What up, people? We're back in ALS, and we are going to be checking out all the new units. Now, I'm going to show you how to get them all. Basically, if you go and complete this, do this stage, you complete all that. Go over here to Legend Stages, and you could get the Bone Demon from Legend 1. You get this dude's evil item from here, and you get this dude from, which is this dude right here, from that thing. They all take the essence, a new essence, and I believe you cannot trade it. No. Okay. Now, for raids, you go over here, and if you complete these ones right here, Ancient Dungeon, you'll get Wizard King evil item, JULIUS. You could also get all these evil items here. I suggest you buy these first because it's going to make AFKing a lot easier. Just use Benimaru or a good fire unit. I use Benimaru just to AFK that. So yeah, you get him from the banner. You get him from the banner as a rare. You get him from a banner as a mythic. Banner 3. Banner 3 secret. And this is just the regular one. Alright. He's on every banner basically. You can get him as a rare. So if I go and search him, yeah, he's right here. He's a rare. And you have to evil him several times to get basically his stuff. The way you could get magic anti-magic sword, I believe it drops. The way you could evil him, he's kind of harder to evil because you're gonna have to get portals. You're gonna have to do his portals and stuff, unless they changed it. Let me just double check. Okay, no, his evil item's right there. For some reason, typing it in doesn't reveal it, but his sword is right here. You need these from I believe. Do they drop from portals or story? Let me just check. Okay, so you're gonna want to do Demon Skull Village. You're gonna get these portals, and eventually secret ones drop, and you could get his item to evil him to his last state. But yeah, you're gonna need to do a bunch of these portals, so you're gonna have to AFK infinite to get them. I do not believe that doing it normal or nightmare increases the rate of drops, but you might as well do that. This is a fire element, so get water element. Yeah, I suggest they should be easy though, especially with the new units. All right, now the reason you're here, let's see which ones are good and actually worth getting. That's how much damage he does. That's how much it costs. He's hybrid on placement. He does anti-magic, which increases physical damage by 10%. Abilities. So there you go. 200 billion damage plus 25% of the unit's total damage on enemies, all enemies on map. So that's everyone. This is a big nuke. So 25% of that doesn't really amount to plus 25% of this unit's total damage. Is that how much damage he has caused? I think so. Of this unit's total damage to all enemies on the map. So if he did like 2 billion damage, then 25% of 2 billion. Wow, 500 million. Extra. But just saying. He gains 2 random permanent status effects. Cool. Anti-magic. So that's he ignores elemental advantage and deals plus 75% damage to the enemies on that attack. That's passive. For 10 seconds only, though. Berserk mode, each attack stacks adds 1 stack into a rage meter, gain 1% damage, 0.5% crit per stack. At 5 stacks, you gain faster attacking, more crit rate. At 10 stacks, you get more range, you get hemorrhage, and you nullify any elemental advantage by 50%. At 15 stacks, plus 15% damage, hemorrhage. 20% hemorrhage damage, pretty good. Ignore elemental damage, 75% damage to all elements. Once rage stack reaches 15, every 3 attacks lose 1 rage stack and lose all rage stack buffs when the meter reaches 0. Repeat cycle. Okay, that seems a little complicated. They all have crazy stuff, which is kind of cool. So he's hybrid, and he costs 3 grand to put down. Okay. If we go into status, his total cost is this much. That's his range. They have no skill tree, by the way. Okay, look at their abilities. This is what the ability is. So you choose one of the 5 elements, and it does only 2 times damage instead of 3 times damage. So you could be whatever element you want. I think since he's already holy, he's doing 300% holy damage or light damage. Okay. So upon activation, choose a random unit from your loadout, and you copy his effects. So if you click this, then you click on the unit. I guess you click on this one. You click on the unit itself, and then you'll see that. Later in this video, I'm gonna basically go through all of that. I'm gonna go into an infinite, and we'll check it out in real time. Sacrifice a unit on the map. It stuns them. It's a random unit too. It grants all enemies in range a random effect. Every time this ability is used, deal 50 billion damage to the number of times the ability has been used. So it just increases every time he uses this with 250. So you want to use this as quick as possible. That's not bad. And each attack afflicts one of the following elements. This burns them, this slows them, and this kind of stuns them a little. And this basically slows them. And better fear. So yeah. That's what he does. He's pretty good. Now, Time King. Let's check out. He is hybrid on. Oh, he's not hybrid on placement. Okay, he's hybrid at 8. Kind of bad. He's doing a lot of damage though. Low attack. Okay, that's not bad. Deal all damage stored in the time vault. So basically every time he attacks, he's gaining like 200 million every time he strikes an enemy. And then it increases, it like you'll see like a meter right next to his thing. And when it increases, when you want to use it, basically it just nukes the map. I don't think it nukes, I'm not sure if it nukes the map or if it nukes the enemies in range. That I'm not sure about. Every 3 attacks perform one of the following actions. He either accelerates it, so he makes enemies faster, but you attack faster. On him, I think, only. Time deceleration, slow enemies, and apply pressure, which slows them even more, I think. Not sure what pressure does. Time freeze, so he just freezes them, but he deals 200% damage on next attack. Time reversal. So I've seen this in action. It just makes the enemies walk backwards. That's pretty good. Every 5 attacks, mark enemies in range with Chrono Seal for 15 seconds. Mark targets take 20% more damage from this unit. Every marked enemy plus 1% range, cap of 20. So he just could increase his range as he goes on. Plus 20% range max. And he makes them weaker when he marks them. When attacking enemies, they take 20 mil of their HP and store it in the time vault. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's per enemy or if it's the every time he attacks on the same enemy. Can you get multiple 200 millions, I mean? We'll see. All right, so this dude has this effect. He is air unit, so he attacks all ground and stuff. He's doing this much. He only has Overlord though, so pay attention to that. He attacks really fast though. That's pretty good. It's gonna cost him this much, and he is 850, the cheapest one to place down for air units. Not bad. Uh, yeah. So let's look at his abilities. Every 2 attacks gain 5 magic plus 1 damage per magic stack. Caps at 35. So I guess 15 magic. It goes in 5s for some reason. That's okay. He unlocks magic skin. He unlocks magic zone. After 35, every 2 attacks take 1 magic until it reaches 0. Cannot be stacked while decreasing. Okay. So he kind of gets really strong, and then he starts losing his strength. So it could be bad. Immune to stuns. Okay. Deals more damage to advantage elements, so he's going to be better against the water units. Getting 10% damage in range. Every 5 seconds. Ignore elemental disadvantages. So ignores elemental disadvantages as well, so he's good against fire as well. He's already against fire. I wouldn't say good. Every 5.5 seconds, an enemy is in range. Take 1% more damage and crit. Cap at 20%. Each attack has 10% chance to super crit. Ooh. Dealing 100% damage to the 50%. So that's what crits do. They do 50% damage base. I don't know. I guess so. Enemies take 10% unit damage every second in range. Every 5 attacks perform a spirit strike, guaranteed super crit. Ignores. There's a lot of stuff they put into this, you know? I feel like they just... That's kind of cool, though. It means they're really in depth. They're really in this. Okay, so he does crippled, bleed. They also have some of these things. I rolled on some of them. It's whatever, though. All right, so he's 500,000. He costs 1,000 to place down. Upgrade 10, and he's an air unit, so he attacks ground and air. That's not bad damage. He attacks really slow though, so kind of sucky. Let's see what his abilities do. When this unit attacks an enemy that is under bleed, 30% more damage to enemies. Inflict hemorrhage if the enemies are under cripple. Inflict pressure and deal 1%, 1 times damage to the enemy in range. So plus 100% damage to the enemy in range. 1x damage. 1 times 1 is 1. So it must be plus 100% damage. Weird. 1x damage. He just attacks. All right, let's go and actually put these dudes on the freaking floor and see what's up. Oh, I could have went in the little bubble. It's okay. Let's go to, let's see. We should showcase. I'm going to go to a dark one. Let's go to dark and see what's up. Okay, so go here. Yeah, we'll go here. So, nightmare. No, just normal. All right. Let's put down our first unit. I guess we'll use him to start out. So he gets 35 out of 35 magic. So he built up his thing, like from before it decreases. He gets mana skin, gets all this shit. All right. So you kind of understand what... He's not really crazy. I think you're more interested in Julius. Let's see what's up. Okay. So yeah, every time he attacks, you see, he's gaining, I guess, whatever he can out of that. He's taking their full health. And ooh, you see they got sent back and shit. All right, let's see what's up. Let's keep upgrading them. His range is pretty good, I will say. And 7 seconds is not bad, no skill tree. That is not bad at all. Okay, so this is the time vault. If I use this, you cannot use it again. Poochie could be cool for this, but at the same time, he's gonna have to store it up again. And maybe by that time you're dead, because he's only getting 200 million. Enemies are gonna be like 1 trillion, you know, health. Alright, let's check out this fathead. He's actually pretty good. That's because of this. But yeah, look. Hybrid on on placement. Do like this, then I could say, okay, I want him to be dark. Or I want him to be light because we're on a dark level. So I go like this, and now he's a light unit. And that was stupid. Because I think by choosing light, I just nerfed him by 200%. By 100%, because he takes 100%. That was pretty dumb. You didn't see that. Okay, so choose a random unit to copy their effect, gain their ability. Okay, so I want him to have copy their effect, which gain max upgrade. Okay, let's try to do Asta, I guess. We'll use his ability on Asta. It's a random one, right? Or no, you get to choose. Choose a random unit. Choose a random unit? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. You want me to be the random person? What do you like? What do you mean choose a random person? That doesn't make no sense. It's okay, developers. I forgive you. There's bound to be some mistakes. Choose a random unit. Choose a unit from your party. Random has no business being there. Grammar police. And you're detained. Alright. So he has this. He has hemorrhage. He has anti-magic. So I'm going to do this. And it says, which ability would you like to copy? I'm going to say this. He got sword upgrade? No, he copied his ability? Max upgrade. So what does he have? He has anti-magic. And he's a magic dude. So that was so stupid. I mean, it's okay. I mean, he has a sword. Alright, sacrifice a random unit on a map, blah, 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 blah. So, just do that. So I'm gonna gain his ability. What is it? Alright, I deal 50 billion damage. He's stunned for a little bit. That's it. Let's upgrade Asta to the max. Sword King Finisher. Weird. Okay, that's a nuke. Let's look at Fathead over here. He's an air unit, so put him here. Boom, 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 boom. He doesn't do anything. He attacks him at 1%, 1x damage. Let's go. But it attacks more if they have bleed, and he applies hemorrhage. He has bleed? So he does bleed if they are bleeding. He gives hemorrhage because he's making them bleed. We got super beans. Okay. So I think that's it, right? That's all the units. Everyone's maxed out. Except for Fathead over here. We didn't even try to do anything for him. Okay. Well, there you go. These are the units. Let's just go through them again. Got this dude. He does his win thing. We got this dude. He does his time thing. Boom. It's gone. That's how much damage he did on the map. You got this dude. He steals shit. You got this dude. He does a nuke. Plus his unit's total damage. So if I'm going to here, info, total damage is right here. So he's doing 25% of that. All right, that's about it. That's a longer video, but I went through everything. There's also a new tower. So there's a capsule at the end. I'm not sure if you could get the unit from that capsule right away, but there's also a new tournament with a new unit. That's probably just going to be a trophy unit. But anyways, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.